The streets of St. John's have never felt this dangerous. Season 8 of Hudson Rex kicks off with a case that rattles the entire team and pushes Detective Charlie Hudson to the edge. One wrong move, and everything could fall apart. For him, for Rex, and for the people they swore to protect. But before we dive into this shocking new mystery, let's rewind and look at where we left off, because the events of Season 7 might just hold the key to what's happening now. Season 7 didn't close with a quiet goodbye. It ended with a storm. The final case of the season was one of the most personal and dangerous the Major Crimes team had faced all year. It started with what seemed like a simple missing person report, but quickly turned into a full-scale investigation involving organized crime, hidden betrayals, and a race against time. Charlie Hudson and Rex were pulled into a web of lies when the missing person turned out to be a key witness in a high-profile trial. Every hour that passed put this witness closer to danger, and the criminals pulling the strings weren't just covering their tracks. They were sending a message. The team's lab expert, Dr. Sarah Truong, uncovered a critical piece of evidence that changed everything. A fingerprint on a piece of broken glass pointed straight to someone no one expected, a police officer from another precinct. This betrayal from inside the system hit Hudson hard, shaking his trust in the people around him. It also forced the team to move faster than ever, because the closer they got to the truth, the more dangerous the game became. The climax came in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Hudson and Rex went in without backup, knowing every second counted. The tension was almost unbearable as Rex sniffed out the witness, locked in a hidden room, while Hudson faced off with the corrupt officer who had been feeding information to the criminals. It was a standoff filled with raw emotion. Hudson's sense of justice clashing with the painful truth that not everyone who wears the badge can be trusted. By the end, the witness was safe, the criminals were taken down, and the officer was in custody. But victory came with scars. Hudson walked away from that case with a deeper awareness of how fragile trust can be, and how quickly the line between friend and foe can blur. For Rex, it was another reminder that his loyalty and instincts are his greatest weapons, even when the world around them becomes unpredictable. The season closed on a quieter but equally emotional note. As the team gathered back at the station, there was relief, but also a heavy unspoken tension. Hudson stared at his desk, files piled high, and you could see it in his eyes. This job was changing him. The cases were getting darker, the threats more personal, and the cost of justice was growing heavier. This is the state of mind Hudson carries into Season 8. The wounds from Season 7 haven't fully healed, and the shadow of betrayal still lingers. And that's why the shocking new case in Episode 1 feels even more dangerous. Because this time, the enemy might be closer than anyone realizes.